E-Maths class, Fatima Convent High School. Myself, Dipali. Introduction to Trigonometry, Chapter 8, Class 10. We are going to study this very interesting topic about trigonometry. You can call this just an ABCD for trigonometric topic because as it is a very huge topic to be covered. We are going to study in this chapter what are different trigonometric ratios and the relation between different trigonometric ratios. First, let us understand the meaning of word trigonometry. Trig means try is 3, gon means side and metry means measure. So, measure of 3 sides means trigonometry. Now let us understand this basic concept through various practical examples first. You have already studied about triangles and in particular right angle triangle in your earlier classes. Let us take some examples from our surrounding where right triangles can be imagined to be formed. For instance, suppose the students of a school are visiting Qutub Minar. Now, if a student is looking at the top of the minar, a right triangle can be imagined to be made as shown in the figure. Here is the person standing and looking up. It forms a right triangle with the base and the ground of the pillar. Can the student find out the height of the minar without actually measuring? You might be surprised. Yes, we can surely find it. Now, another example is suppose a girl is sitting on the balcony of her house located on the bank of river. She is looking down at the flower pot placed on a stair of the temple situated nearby on the other side of the river bank. A right triangle is imagined to be made in the situation again. You can see that right triangle here. If you know the height at which the person is sitting, can you find the width of the river? Again, the answer is yes. Third example is suppose a hot air balloon is flying in the air. A girl happens to spot the balloon in the sky and runs to her mother to tell her about it. Her mother rushes out of the house to look at the balloon. Now, when the girl has spotted the balloon initially, it was at point A. When both the mother and daughter came out to see it, it has already travelled to another point B. Can you find the altitude of B from the ground? Sure, because there are two right angle triangles formed here. Comparing the values, you can easily find out the distance and the height of the balloon. So, all the situation given above, the distance or height can be found by using some mathematical techniques which come under a branch of mathematics called trigonometry, where word trigonometry is derived from Greek word tri meaning 3, gon meaning side and metron means measure. In fact, trigonometry is the study of relation between sides and angles of the triangle. The earliest known work on trigonometry was recorded in Egypt and Babylonian civilizations. Earlier, astronomers used it to find out the distance of stars and planets from the Earth. Even today, most of the technological advanced methods used in engineering and physical science are based on trigonometrical concepts. So, you see how wide is the range and application of this concept of trigonometry? In this chapter, we will study some ratios of sides of triangle with respect to its acute angle, called trigonometric ratios of angles. We will restrict our discussions to acute angles only. However, this ratio can be extended to another angle also. We will also define the trigonometric ratios for angles of measure 0 to 90 degrees. We will calculate trigonometric ratios for some specific angles and establish some identities involving these ratios called the trigonometric identities. So this is what we are going to study in this chapter. Now let us discuss about all these 6 basic ratios. Trigonometric ratios in section 8.1, you have seen some right angle triangle imagined to be formed in different situations. Let us take a right angle triangle ABC as shown in the figure. Here angle CAB is acute angle, and note the position of BC. Side BC is with respect to angle A. This is very important. That is opposite side, and the side AB is adjacent side with respect to A. Now AC is the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. So we call it as the adjacent side to angle A, opposite side to angle A, and hypotenuse of the triangle is the opposite side to 90 degrees. Now note that the position of sides changes when we consider angle C in place of A. So it is a reference angle is very important in this situation. Here now if we take C as the reference angle, AB is becoming opposite side and BC is becoming adjacent side. Hypotenuse remains same as we have not changed the right angle. So these ratios will be reference ratios depending upon what angle we are talking about. Now if we talk about a trigonometric ratio of angle A in right angle triangle ABC are defined as, now there are 6 basic trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant and secant and cotangent, right? So here sine and cosine, they are pairs: tangent, cotangent, cosecant, secant. So if you say sine A is side opposite of angle A upon hypotenuse, that is opposite upon hypotenuse. So you can call this as opposite upon hypotenuse. Same way, if you say cosine is side adjacent to angle A, that is adjacent side upon hypotenuse, and in the triangle it is AB upon AC, and here BC upon AC. And tangent of angle A is BC upon AB, that is opposite upon adjacent. And if we see cosecant is 1 upon, that is reciprocal of sine A, that will become hypotenuse upon opposite side, that is AC upon BC, and secant will become 1 upon cosine, reciprocal of cosine or cos, it becomes hypotenuse upon adjacent side of angle A, that is AC upon AB, that is hypotenuse upon adjacent side. And cotangent angle A is equal to 1 upon tangent of angle A, side adjacent to angle A upon side opposite to angle A, that is AB upon BC, that is adjacent upon hypotenuse. This is what you are supposed to remember. Now the ratios defined above are arbitrate as sin A, cos A, tan A, cosec A, sec A and cot A respectively. Note that the ratio cosec A, sec A and cot A are respectively the reciprocals of the ratio of sin A, cos A and tan A. This is the basics about trigonometry which you should be very clear with. Another relation can be given as tan A is equal to BC upon AB. So BC upon AB upon AC is equal to sin A upon cos A, and cot A is cos A upon sin A because cot A is reciprocal of tan A. So the trigonometric ratios of an acute angle in a right angle triangle expresses relation between the angle and the length of its side. Why don't you try to find the trigonometric ratios of angle C in the right angle triangle? So you will be easily able to find these ratios. If we summarize these ratios, then you can say sin A is equal to opposite upon hypotenuse. cos A is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse tan A is equal to opposite upon adjacent, and the other three are reciprocals of it, that is cosec A is equal to hypotenuse upon opposite. Sec A is hypotenuse upon adjacent. This remains same. The reference angle may change and the sides may change, and cot A is equal to adjacent upon opposite. So this is what you understand from the 6 trigonometric ratios, which is the base of this concept, trigonometry. Now let us talk about who found out, or a little bit history about trigonometry. The first use of idea of sin is the way we use it today was worked in by Aryabhatta in AD 500. Aryabhatta used the word Ardhajaya from half chord. Jaya is chord, Jaya is chord, and Ardha means half, which was shortened by Jaya or Jiva in due course. When the Aryabhattayan was translated into Arabic, the word Jiva was retained as it is. The word Jiva was translated into sinus, which means curve, when the Arabic version was translated into Latin. Soon the word sinus, also used as sin, became common in mathematical text throughout Europe. An English professor of astronomy, Edmund Gunter, 1581 to 1626, first used the abbreviated notation sin. The origin of the term cosine and tangent was much later. The cosine function arose from the need to compute the sin of the complementary angles. Aryabhatta called it at cotejia, named cosine, originated from with Edmund Gunter. In 1674, the English mathematician Sir Jonas Moore first used the abbreviated notation cos. So this is a little bit of history related to trigonometry in India. Now note that the symbol sin A is used as an abbreviation for the sine of angle A. Sin A is not the product of sin into A, and sine separated from A has no meaning. Similarly, cos A is not the product of cos into A. Similar interpretation follows for other trigonometric ratios also. Now, if we take a point P on the hypotenuse AC or a point Q on AC extended of the right triangle ABC and draw PM perpendicular to AB and QN perpendicular to AB extended, how will the trigonometric ratios angle A in triangle PAM differ from those of angle A in triangle CAB or those of angle A in triangle QAN? To answer this question, first look at these triangles. We have 3 triangles. PAM is similar to CAB if you observe from the proportionality theorem, because PM is parallel to BC. From chapter 6, recall the AA similarity criteria. Using this criteria, you will see that the triangle PAM and CAB are similar. Therefore, by property of similarity of triangles, the corresponding sides of triangles are proportional. So we can have AM upon AB is equal to AP upon AC is equal to PM upon BC. Now from this we find that PM upon AP is BC upon AC, that is again opposite upon hypotenuse, so that is sin A. Same way AB upon AM upon AP is equal to AB upon AC is equal to cos A, and PM upon AM is equal to BC upon AB is tan A, and so on. So this shows that the trigonometric ratios of triangle A in triangle PAM are not differed from those of angle A in CAB. In the same way, we could check that values of sine A and also of other trigonometric ratios remains the same in triangle QAN also. From our abbreviation, it is now clear that the values of the trigonometric ratios of an angle do not vary with the length of the sides of the triangle if the angles remain same. So for the sake of convenience, we write sine square A, cos square A, etc. in place of sine A whole square, cos A whole square, etc. respectively. But cosec A in is equal to sine A raised to minus 1 is not equal to sine A minus 1A. It is called sine inverse. Sine minus raised to minus 1A has a different meaning, which you will be discussing in higher classes. Similar convections holds for the other trigonometric ratios as well. Sometimes the Greek letter theta is used to denote the angle. This is what we understood about basics about trigonometry, that we have 6 trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec and cot, and what are the relations with the sides and the angles between them. And one more relation is tan A is equal to sine A upon cos A, and cot A is equal to cos upon sine A, and sine A is equal to 1 upon cosec A, cos A is equal to 1 upon sec A, tan A is equal to 1 upon cot A, and cosec A is equal to 1 upon sine A, sec A is equal to 1 upon cos A, and cot A is equal to 1 upon tan A. These are the various trigonometric relations which we have understood in this part of the chapter. So the first relation is this, second is this, and third is this. This chapter has lots of relations which you will have to remember them thoroughly to solve this sum with ease. Thank you for now.